Okay, here I am in York, where they're at the train station, which in a town of 100,000 people used to be the largest train station in the world. Slightly before the United States Civil War in the early 1860s. And so here we are at York Station. I'm about to get on the train and go to Edinburgh and then Glasgow. Glasgow, where I'm presenting tonight. York is where I presented last night. I have no further words of wisdom because I used them all up when I said pressum diem in a video the other day. So my next little tidbit of wisdom is going to occur probably within the next 6 to 20 years. That's my best prediction. Here we are in Amsterdam. I'm here with Ariadne, my personal assistant, who arrived at the airport today. You can see the canal behind me, one of the many canals in Amsterdam. It's raining. I already called the contact for this afternoon. He immediately apologized for the weather. Because the rain in Amsterdam is unusual in April. That it's somehow his fault. Notice behind me, the canal has these beautiful, old-looking and maybe even old-being boats. And in addition, there's a wonderful-looking historical landmark there with a clock on it. Clock tower. I don't know where that is, but maybe it was lost later. We can figure that out. A presentation this afternoon in Amsterdam and another one tonight in Amsterdam. Stay tuned for all that. Here we are in Utrecht. Ariadne is shooting the video and I'm with my local host, Tees. And we have a presentation this afternoon here in Utrecht, which is a beautiful, walkable city. You can see the canal, the bus station, you see the sidewalk cafe in the background, and you see all the bicycles. Bicycles. If we were to have a future, it would be this. These bicycles, and this walkable city, and street musicians playing all the time, and this amazing architecture that we see all around this beautiful city. From 11. Hey everybody, we're here in Münster, Germany, with my host Wolfgang, I can't actually say it, and Annalena, 12-year-old Annalena, whose twin sister Karina is not with us today, but Akela, the beautiful dog, yes, is with us. And we're here by this nice canal, and we have people behind us trying to get into our picture, and there's the train we're going to be taking tomorrow to Hamburg. So presentation tonight here in Munster, and then on the train again with Ariadne H. Luja tomorrow, headed to Hamburg. Thank you everybody, I hope to see you at the presentation tonight.
Bye!
Nope. Here we are at the harbor in Hamburg. You can see the cruise ships behind me on the harbor. And I'm here with my new friends and excellent hosts, Robin, Miriam, David Kruger, and Wolfgang there from yesterday who came up. Yeah, I know, stop it. The whole pronunciation thing. So Wolfgang rode up with Ariadne and I on the train this morning from Munster. Here we are in Hamburg with an event later this afternoon. Stay tuned for that. Check out the wonderful square and the amazing architecture all around us. Cut! Quick cut! Cut! Okay, I'm here with Edwin and Ariadne in a little pub in Berlin. It's called, wait for it,
15 minutes.
the Berliner Republic. Nice little spot. Swing around outside. You can see a little cruise ship going by on the river there. This is the river that separated former East and West Berlin. There's the train station. And that train was, I think it's called Checkpoint Charlie. Right over the bridge there. That's what separated East Berlin from West Berlin. The Iron Curtain. So right here in the belly of the capitalist beast, now capitalist beast that Berlin has become, under integration. Presentation tonight in Berlin. 5th or 6th or 27th one, who can keep track anymore, in a really short period of time. Berlin is a lovely place. It's a beautiful day, wonderful blue skies. Catch you all tonight in Berlin. Here we are at St. Stephen's Square, St. Stephen's Plaza in Vienna. And we arrived into Vienna last night after on a plane, and I did a presentation last night. And this morning I went with Edwin to the National Public Radio place here in Vienna. And I'm here today with Ariadne behind this camera. Miriam and David, our best friends ever. And this morning, Edwin took me to the radio interview, and he had it all figured out. We went there very efficiently. It was perfect timing. We showed up just in time. There's no time to get there. And he admitted that he's a poor chess player. He only thinks one move ahead. So then we left the studio, and we had no idea how to get back to where we were going. We had to stop and eat. It took us hours. We had to sleep overnight, get water, and I made all that up. So now we're going on a train from here to Salzburg and doing another presentation later today, but we're playing tourist for a couple of hours today here in Vienna. I'm here with Robert Leisure in Salzburg, where I delivered a presentation last night. Thanks to Robert for organizing. And you'll notice I'm wearing a new shirt, courtesy of Robert, and also a new hat, which is lovely and fits my head perfectly. Some people think I must have a big head because of the whole ego thing. But in fact, my brain is 2 sizes too small. So if you're looking to buy me a hat sometime, it's 6 7/8. Thanks, Robert, for knowing that, for doing the research to figure that out. We're here in the square. You saw a nice castle behind me. And here now coming into the scene, into the camera, is a street musician. Oh, and there's David and Miriam and Edwin, and obviously Ariadne is behind the camera, working the scene. Thanks. See you tomorrow, everybody, in Munich. I'm here with Christoph and Eric. Eric is the host. Christoph gave us a wonderful tour today of Munich. So we're here in Munich and looking forward to dinner tonight with several people. And most of the afternoon we've been on a tour with our tour guide, and it's been mostly a tour of churches. Churches tell the whole story of history, architecture, and art. So they're pretty amazing places to get a feel for what's going on. And when we were in the last church, it reminded me of when I was maybe 4 or 5 years old, and I went to Sunday school. And the last day of Sunday school, my parents came and they were sitting in the back. And I went up to the front when my name was called, and I got handed a little cross, just a little wooden cross. And I went running to the back of the church with my cross, and I said, "Look, Mom, I got a sword." And I'm still pretty irreverent about churches, to be honest.
Going now.
Yeah. Here we are in Constanze, Germany, just 500 meters from the Swiss border. I'm here with local host Felix at the port of Constanze. And you can see in the background the welcome statue.
Here we go.
Here we are, Team Guy European version in Zurich. We're in the home of Edwin, who organized, created this whole thing, and also hosted a wonderful event tonight. We're all here in the aftermath, in the glow of an astonishingly good event. How good was it? Here's how good it was. At the end, there was a young woman, she was probably 20 years old, and we had the Q&A, and everybody was happy and feeling liberated, and people are starting to trickle out, and she started skipping as if she was 8 years old through the hall where the presentation just concluded. No kidding. She was acting like she was 8 years old, and she was sort of emblematic of everybody being quite happy. Edwin, what did you think about the event tonight?
I was really happy. There was this concentration in the room. So whenever guys started to say something, people were so focused and really interested in it. They even laughed at the English jokes. I think that was really a big compliment.
They did. That was the best joke session so far this trip. And if we could get the two of you to pull yourselves away from each other, maybe you could comment as well.
It was a wonderful event today. The whole tour was very, very special, and we were very happy to be part of Team Guy. So we're looking forward for our final and last event tomorrow with you, Ariadne and Guy and Edwin. It was really special.
Sadly, it'll be the last one.
Ariadne, come here and do the selfie.
Yes.
We can do a selfie? Yes. Okay. Go on.
We have to turn
Oh
around.
man, that's gonna leave a mark.
Oh, but we can't see it.
I know. We can't see that.
Okay.
Yay!
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye, Cyril.
Here we are in Geneva with host Lee Kessler. We're at the sea and it's beautiful. It's a spectacular day. I'm here with Lee Kessler. Lee, you organized and administered an event last night at the university. Can you comment on that? Good, bad, ugly, horrible? Did you get beat up by the people afterwards?
No, if I got beat up, I didn't notice it. I was expecting a little bit more people. There were some other events that were a little bit similar at the same time, and one in the same building, another one would have been very interesting about the commerce equals war. I think it was. There were 70 people about. I think it was well received.
Yeah, I think it was great. And then we went out to dinner at Lee's house afterwards. He prepared a magnificent supper for us. And today's our last day with Miriam and David. So we're saying goodbye to them, which brings me great sadness, except that then I'll be the tallest person on Team Guy on this trip. So that makes my day. So sorry, we're going to be parting ways.
Shouldn't be sad for separations. That's part of the deal.
Yeah, that's right. That is true.
It's all about live here now. So.
Yes, live here now. So thanks everybody, and we'll see you on Facebook next time around. Here we are in Bristol, having arrived yesterday from Geneva on a plane and then a train and running from here to there and trying to find something to eat. We're at the home in Bristol of Tom Baxter and wife Paula and 4 kids, 3 of whom are shown here, and the cat and the big dog.
Cecil's.
Good girl.
Yes.
Who's a good girl? And the chickens in the background.
They were very unhappy guys here. He's heard about the love of chickens.
2 presentations yesterday, one in the early afternoon in Wales.
Rhondda Valley.
Rhondda Valley on a college campus. And then last night here in Bristol with co-presenting with John Nissim of the Arctic Methane Emergency Group. And we're headed off again today to London where I'll present tonight. So hopefully we'll get this little video posted between now and then. Rush, rush, rush.
Go, go, go. It's been great having Guy here. And of course camera woman Ariadne, who's and Genevieve has been entertaining everyone. Jeeves, you got anything to say about what's going on in the Arctic? What do you think about what's going on in the Arctic? What animals live in the Arctic?
Penguin.
Is that the Arctic or is that the other one? What's the other one called?
Antarctica.
Very good.
Yeah, very
All
good.
right.
Thank you, Tom. Thanks for Paula. Thanks to all the kids as well.
Excellent.
Here we are in Reykjavik, having arrived here with Ariadne yesterday. We left London early in the morning and got here and were picked up by Ragnar at the airport. And he brought us the half an hour drive into Reykjavik and took us out to dinner, had an event, which was lovely, in the back room of a little cafe. And here we are, well rested at the thermal pool in the city of Reykjavik. And you can see the different pools at different temperatures. And so we laid about and rested and soaked. And I'm feeling so warm and relaxed right now. It's 0 degrees outside, it's right at freezing, and the wind is blowing, and it snowed yesterday. Here we are late April, and it's snowing on us. It's ridiculous. So the pool is a nice change. Another event tomorrow night, and an interview perhaps or two this afternoon. Iceland, getting ready for a presentation this evening. We're here at a park, which is lovely. I'm not sure what this guy's doing with his briefcase. He's got rocks in his head, or his head is a rock. Sort of reminds me of me. Notice how many clothes I have on. It's a little chill here in Reykjavik. It's as warm as it's been since we got here. The sun came out. It's about freezing, and the wind is blowing about 70 miles an hour, so it's actually died down quite a bit since we got here. It died down quite a bit over the last few days. Just came from cafe where we had lunch with 3 men, middle-aged, with children. They accept everything I say about climate change, and even abrupt climate change, except the timeline. And they say they're not afraid. They have children, but they're not afraid on behalf of their children. It's just the timeline. And so I asked them repeatedly, what are we going to eat when there's no food? What are we going to eat? Well, greenhouses. Well, yeah, I agree, but timeline, over and over again. This is the sort of thing that drives me crazy, is the people who willingly accept the notion of anthropogenic climate change, but abrupt climate change is just a step too far. So, we're a step too far. Here we are, just outside Reykjavik. We're at a geothermal area with bubbling pots, bubbling pools. And you can see the many colors. I can't see it either. You can see the many colors and the steam rising out of them. It's reminiscent of Yellowstone, and a place I visited in New Zealand not very long ago. And I'm here with my host, and also with Ariadne. And Asta is behind the camera today. And thanks everybody for going along for the ride. It's been a great show the whole time. So thanks again.